What happens when love transcends all boundaries, even death? What if that love turns into an obsession so dark it becomes one of history's strangest true crime stories? This is the tale of Carl Tanzler and Elena Hoyos, a story of obsession, loss, and the horrifying extremes a man went to in the name of love. Welcome to the macabre tale of Carl Tanzler. Carl Tanzler was not your typical man. Born in Germany in 1877, he lived an eccentric life. He claimed to have had visions of a beautiful, dark-haired woman from a young age, a woman he believed was destined to be his true love. It was an image that would haunt him for years. He trained as a radiologist and eventually immigrated to the United States, ending up in Key West, Florida. There, he began working at a local hospital. But little did anyone know that Tanzler's personal life would become far stranger than fiction. In 1930, at the age of 53, Tanzler met 21-year-old Elena Hoyos at the hospital where he worked. Elena, a Cuban-American beauty, was suffering from tuberculosis, a disease that was often fatal at the time. Tanzler was immediately captivated by her, believing she was the woman from his visions. Desperate to save her, he showered her with attention and unorthodox medical treatments. Tanzler attempted to cure Elena with homemade remedies, electrical equipment, and experimental treatments, all in a futile effort to keep her alive. But despite Tanzler's obsession with saving her, Elena succumbed to the disease in 1931. Elena's death devastated Tanzler. He paid for her burial and commissioned an elaborate mausoleum for her body. He would visit the tomb every night, sitting by her grave and reportedly speaking to her as if she were still alive. But Tanzler's grief soon transformed into something much darker. He believed that Elena's spirit was communicating with him, begging him to rescue her from the tomb. And in 1933, Tanzler made a decision that would forever haunt the people of Key West. In a shocking and horrifying move, Tanzler stole Elena's body from the mausoleum and brought it to his home. For 7 years, he kept her body hidden, attempting to preserve it using wire, plaster, glass eyes, and wax. He meticulously replaced decaying skin with silk and applied perfumes to mask the odor of decomposition. He dressed her in fine clothes, styled her hair, and even slept beside her corpse in his bed. To Tanzler, Elena was not a decaying body, but the woman he had always loved. He believed he could somehow restore her to life and fulfill the destiny he thought was theirs. For years, people in Key West grew suspicious of Tanzler's reclusive behavior. Neighbors reported seeing him through his windows, talking to what they thought was a life-size doll. Finally, in 1940, Elena's family became suspicious and confronted Tanzler. Authorities were called, and the discovery shocked the world. Inside Tanzler's home, they found the mummified remains of Elena, carefully preserved and dressed as if she were still alive. Tanzler had been living with her corpse for 7 years, continuing his twisted fantasy of their love. Despite the horrifying nature of his crime, Carl Tanzler was never imprisoned. His case went to trial, but since the statute of limitations for grave robbing had passed, Tanzler faced no serious legal consequences. Even more disturbingly, the public was fascinated by the case. Some people viewed Tanzler as a tragic romantic, a man driven mad by grief and love. Others saw him for what he truly was, a delusional, obsessive man whose actions were as bizarre as they were horrifying. After the trial, Tanzler lived quietly, but he never stopped professing his love for Elena. He even created a life-sized effigy of her to keep in his home. Tanzler died in 1952, alone but still clinging to his undying obsession. His story remains one of the most disturbing examples of love gone wrong. Tanzler's tale is a chilling reminder of how obsession can twist reality and blur the lines between love and madness. The story of Carl Tanzler is one that lingers in the darker corners of history. Was it love or was it madness? We may never truly know. What do you think? Was Tanzler a hopeless romantic or a deeply disturbed man? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling true crime stories.